Hello Gemini and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. Ooh, we've got 5 of Shells, Hope and Readjustment coming out for you. So this is your monthly reading for October and we are in your beautiful fellow air sign Libra season, and then we move into the deep waters of Scorpio. We are still in the eclipse portals. We have an eclipse in Libra, the new moon happening earlier this month. So let's see. Of October, I should say. 5 of Shells, Hope and Readjustment. I love this beautiful card because look at the light coming back on. The light is coming back on and you're seeing something in a different way, seeing something that wasn't there before. And it's a good thing because it's like, oh, I didn't know I had all those shells. So imagine you're this little bug, whatever it is, I think it's a moth, and go, oh, I found something very precious. And so it is about rediscovering something or someone in your life that feels like this is something really special. This is something really precious. And why did I not see it before? Or why it kind of feels a little bit like there was something that was there all along. But also there's something new. There's a new aspect to it that feels like, oh, okay, part of the opening up to this new energy is realizing that there was something there all along. And it's to do with with something really valuable in your life, either about you really valuing yourself within a situation and your self-worth, or something really special and valuable coming towards you, or potentially both because they're both mirroring each other. So hope and readjustment, what a beautiful energy to come through. I feel like where there's been darkness, there is now light. Where there's been disappointment, there is now hope. Where there has been emotional challenge and conflict, there is now a readjustment. So let's see what's coming through, what's shifting and changing for you, Gemini. So very excited to let you know, Gemini, I'm having a sale. Yes, I'm having a sale, 25% off all tarot readings. This is the last sale on tarot readings for the year. It is a moving sale because, yes, I am moving, and that is happening. The sale is happening now this weekend, and it will last for a week, and I'm moving mid-October. So more details about all of that will be coming out in the readings as we get closer and closer. But yes, check out the sale. The link is in the description box below. 25% off all tarot readings. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you. Wand 9, Mars, Sagittarius, and Cup 6, Neptune, Scorpio. So the way this now needs to move forward is with emotional harmony. It feels like you are revisiting something from the past. Like the 5 of Shells is the 5 of Cups, and then we've got the 6 of Cups here. So it's like when you move from the 5 to the 6, you're rebalancing your emotions. You're feeling very different. And it feels like you're revisiting something from the past. There's a past memory, relationship, thing that happened, experience, or something in your life that has come back that may have been, like I said, disappointing, or you were hurt, or something happened with it. But now there's a sense of being able to see, and maybe, yeah, just how valuable you are within the situation, and how you've got this beautifully special thing around you or person around you. And there's a different way that it's moving forward now with emotional harmony. That's the feeling I'm getting with this. So let's see what else is coming through for you. So Gemini, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Gemini. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, you'd like to explore it further, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that is in the description box below. The other thing I'm getting for this is it feels like something has got quite complicated, and really what it's about disentangling yourself from that complication and making it a lot simpler. I am getting a lot of relationship stuff here, relationship vibes with this. So it does feel like perhaps a relationship has got a little bit complicated, and somehow it feels like you've been woven into a web, or you've both got caught up in each other's energies or webs in a way, energy fields in each other's lives. And it's like, let's balance this out a little bit and maybe separate some energies so we're not so entangled or it's not so complicated, so we can bring in some more harmony within this relationship. So look at all these wands coming out for you, Gemini. 2 of Wands, Page of Wands, King of Wands, 9 of Wands. My goodness. Okay, so you've got lots of wands in this situation. You're turning up as the Hermit. You're going to have a big, deep think about this, but you are the wise sage, which is really nice. You might be looking at a bit of soul searching, especially if it is around a relationship. Wow, look, boom. My goodness. Okay. Wow, we're seeing the eclipse energy coming in with the Tower and the 10 of Wands. Okay, so as you know, eclipses, they can bring change, unexpected change, and we're seeing that here with the Tower card, interestingly. But it's like you need to rebalance something first. So let's have a look at the situation. Is this 2 of Wands crossed by the Page of Wands? So the 2 of Wands is about a partnership. It is about a partnership. Perhaps it's been a bit fiery, this partnership, or it's, you like doing things together, or you have been doing things together. It could feel like there's a bit of a strong passionate or spiritual connection or creative connection. But at the same time, it feels like it's crossed by the Page of Wands. You've been trying to explore new things, and it feels like there's limits on this partnership because it's like I want to repattern, go and explore something new, and I haven't been able to for whatever reason. It feels like there's been restrictions over freedom. And it feels like that's really important to be exploring your freedom within this relationship. So it definitely feels like, yes, there is something that you're wanting to do and somewhere you want to go and explore, or kind of I feel like I want to widen my horizons here. And it's like, can't. There's messages coming in that you can't do that for whatever reason. And it's possibly from this other person. Maybe you don't. Maybe they've got a level of control, or maybe you don't want to hurt them, or maybe you just can't physically, or you shouldn't. So it's just an interesting little bind. It doesn't feel like a big one. Like I said, I kind of get this energy of you're disentangling this and decomplicating it a little bit, so it creates much more of a harmony, and there's a new energy that can activate within this relationship. We have in your conscious mind the 9 of Wands. So you've got 2 9 of Wands, 9 of Wands and 9 of Wands right on top of each other. So this is the wounded warrior, the 9 of Wands. It is about wanting to put some of those challenges behind you, and perhaps you're in the process of doing that, or you are doing that. And things have been challenging, but you've been rising to the challenge. And the 9 of Wands is when you want to move to the 10 of Wands that we're seeing here as an overall energy. It's when you're so close to the finish line. It's so close to being able to either totally release a burden to do with this relationship, or you're wanting, it's either one or the other. You're wanting to totally dedicate yourself to it, or you're releasing the burdens around it. And it just depends on what's going on with the relationship as to how that's working for you. So at the base, we have this King of Wands, and this is where it feels like you're in the driving seat here, Gemini. It may not feel like it, but you are. You're in the driving seat in order to be able to move forward and take the action that you want to take. So it feels like this is part of the hope and readjustment, that suddenly you're seeing something of great value here and seeing something special. And it's like just a little shift of how you might be feeling within a situation, a shift of perception, new things are being illuminated for you, and you can feel a little bit more hopeful that this can balance out, and you can be feeling a little bit more like there's a nicer emotional flow and balance within this relationship. So the King of Wands is wanting to take action, and it's about really trusting your instincts and perhaps being a little bit assertive as well, and maybe taking a leadership role within this situation. So not being afraid to assert what it is that you are wanting. In the recent past, we've got the 7 of Pentacles, and this is saying that there's maybe been some investments. So it could be investments of time, effort, energy, or money, but there's been some kind of investment within surrounding this relationship. And that's been something that has led you to where you find yourself now. So maybe you've been reassessing how that's all been working, or maybe, it feels like there's maybe a reassessment vibe around it. In the near future, we have the Hierophant, which is what I was saying, is that it's either dedication, commitment, which is we're seeing here with the Hierophant, a commitment coming in, recommitting yourself to something, a dedication to something, or it's you're committing yourself to your freedom. So you're either committing yourself to the other person, but with these new parameters in place, in that we've made it a little bit less complicated, we've simplified it, and it feels like it can move forward in a better way now. So the Hierophant really is about looking at the commitments within this relationship and wanting to release even things like guilt, burdens, responsibilities, really like balancing that sort of stuff out. That feels like an important aspect. You're turning up as the Hermit, so here you are, the wise sage, but the Hermit is also wise because of experience. So it's like, I get this past energy around it. You've got past energy that leads up to this, whether it's a past energy with this particular relationship or past energy with other relationships, but there's the past that is there. It's right there, right in front of you, that somehow is talking to you about where you're finding yourself now. And so the Hermit is a very deep energy of deeply analysing what's going on. And it may be that you just need some time out yourself to think about it, to deeply analyse, to find your own answers, because interestingly, the Hermit is looking for the light, the next steps, the way to move forward, and that feels a little bit blocked at this moment in time, but we're seeing the light coming on with the Five of Shells. So the answers are going to be illuminated to you, but it feels like it's more of an internal illumination based on how you're feeling, based on your feelings. And we have the energy surrounding you as the moon. So this would suggest that the moons are playing a major part. We also see the moon in the Eight of Cups there. So we are in the eclipse portals. They are about the new moon and the full moon we had in Pisces in September, the new moon in Libra. They're both eclipse-like energies, and they're playing a part with this moon. And the moon is saying there's been things under the surface there that have been underlying, that maybe haven't been cleared up, or maybe haven't been clear, or maybe haven't been addressed in some way. So there's something that's been there just underneath the surface that really needs to be brought up to the surface to be cleared. We have, in Hopes and Fears, the Eight of Cups, and this is emotionally detaching and saying, okay, this is saying there's been some feelings here. I felt there's some things that have made me feel a certain way, and maybe some things that felt fulfilling in the past or felt right in the past aren't feeling so right anymore. And so it may feel that you need to create some emotional boundaries between you and somebody else, even emotionally detach. That's something that comes through, and that can be both a hope and a fear, because maybe you do want the emotional attachment and the space to kind of gain some clarity about this, about how you're feeling, or you don't. So I feel like there's a lot of potential things around boundaries around this particular relationship, or just relationships in general, coming up, and how you're working with that, and especially things that just aren't clear, and so it could come in the form of things like codependency or some expectations that are unclear, things around control as well, or it's going to be different for whatever relationship, whatever's going on, but it just feels like it's really important to kind of work out what's mine and what's yours, and it can still share these beautiful, and creating the harmony within that emotional energy that the relationship is creating between the two of you. And it can be any kind of relationship here. It doesn't have to be like a partner, romantic. It just feels like there's definitely a relationship that is the focus, and it probably is. What they're showing me is it's showing you how you can emotionally repattern and reestablish new boundaries within relationships in general. So here we see the flow coming in with the Temperance card and alignment coming back, balance being restored on a bigger level. So that's where we're getting with the Temperance card. It's harmony and moderation and balance coming in, and a healthier boundaries, healthier energy within this relationship. But within your life in general, I feel like if you can bring this in with this relationship, it's going to have a flow-on effect with your life. So it brings this calmness until, boom, the Tower. The Tower is kind of like, it's surprising, but it's going to start working. It may surprise you, but this is going to start work. It's going to start working in surprising ways, unexpected ways with the Tower. So the Tower's just saying there's been revelations, there's been things that you realizing that you've both outgrown, and it's time to move on from that. And that in itself could be quite surprising. But yeah, it's surprising how this can work. Now, for some of you, this could even be around your work and career. There could be some kind of exciting new opportunity coming your way. And that feels very, very exciting, but it feels like it's this sense of you need to go through this process of discovering the value within the situation, feeling your own value, rebalancing some of those energies around you. And then, boom, when the energy starts flowing a little bit more, as we see it in the Temperance card, that's when there could be these unexpected work opportunities, or things could unexpectedly start working. So we have as an overall energy the Ten of Wands, and this is a card of responsibility and dedication. And it really feels like it can be, like I said, this is either trying to work out who's responsible for what and what you're taking on, what you're dedicating yourself to, what you're feeling responsible for within these boundaries of this relationship. And if you can sort that out, then it's like, yeah, I'm happy to dedicate myself to this, to some kind of process or relationship or even work situation or career situation, but it sort of needs to have that balance for it to happen. So let's pull an affirmation card for you, Gemini, and see what is coming in. We have, my healing is already in process. Beautiful. My willingness to forgive begins my healing process. I allow the love from my own heart to wash through me, cleansing and healing every part of my body. I know I am worth healing. Beautiful. And I do get a deep sense of that when there's been something from the past that potentially may have not been healed yet, a past relationship which felt somehow made you feel unworthy or devalued in some way. And it feels like it was kind of, a little bit murky or unclear. That energy's just kind of been floating around, maybe somewhere in your subconscious or somewhere in you. And this is where it comes up, and it's illuminated. It comes up to be cleared, and it has an opportunity to clear out some of that old energy in a very gentle way. I have to say, it feels very gentle, this healing here for you, Gemini. So it's really nice. Okay, so let's pull a charm. Let's pull a charm for Gemini. What have we got? We've got two. Okay, we've got the treble clef, which is all about the higher octave of music. Let's get that in. And the key. Ooh, okay. Right. So the key, we're getting a lot of Neptunian kind of vibes. We can see there's two keys in the Hierophant, which is about the keys of knowledge being unlocked within you. Perhaps it is quite literally about a key when it comes to things like homes, houses, real estate, cars, things like that. But it also can represent commitments. But it could be with the musical, the treble clef. It could actually be that, I think I've put it around the wrong way. It could quite literally be about music for some of you. But that's why I get a very Neptunian vibe with this, and you are crowned by Neptune Scorpio, because the treble clef is the higher octave of Neptune, which is a very beautiful, high spiritual energy, but it represents forgiveness and compassion. And so the key to unlocking this energy and finding this emotional harmony, this gentle healing, this balance, and that something is unexpectedly going to work in your life is by tapping in and connecting into that higher octave of the higher vibrations of Neptune, but also in the Mars and Sagittarius energy as well, which is about opening up to a belief system, to a higher truth, and also potentially separating yourself from somebody else's belief systems to really work out what yours are within this situation so that you can align to that. There's this beautiful sense of aligning to what feels right for you within this relationship, which flows out. It has a flow-on effect to the rest of your life. So it definitely feels like unlocking those higher vibrational energies, the higher octaves of are really, really going to be really positive, and you might feel quite motivated to restore this harmony and balance, emotional balance within this relationship as well. But I am mostly getting a lot of the Neptunian energy of going up and understanding what the spiritual connection is between you and this other person, and why you're here in each other's lives, what you're here to learn, and what's going on for you both at this moment in time. And there's something beautiful that's been unlocked here around that. So that's your reading, Gemini. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We get this sense of, boom, something unexpected is working now that the harmony and flow and comes back into moderation, and it starts feeling healthier. There could even be some sort of positive, unexpected thing that works with your health as well with this that comes through. But yeah, we're going to see where that's all going, because it's like, oh, the roosters are agreeing. Wasn't expecting that. And then it feels like there's a sense of, okay, I'm feeling more hopeful. I'm readjusting a lot of things in my life, especially when it comes to work and relationships. So where's this all going? We're going to see where it's all heading. It feels like there's a sense of either wanting to recommit to something. Well, I do feel like there's a commitment. You're recommitting, but you're recommitting on your terms, the things that can bring that sense of balance and harmony within this. So we're going to look and see if that flow still happens, how it's going to work. So in the near future and the future beyond. So that's all in the extended reading. Love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. Usually pin the link to the comments as well. Also, please check out my tarot sale, 25% off tarot readings, moving sale. The link is in the description box below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Please like, leave a comment, share. All those things help with the growth of the channel. Love reading your comments, Gemini, and take care.